Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Steven Banamu here with another vlog. If you're new to the channel, I'm Steven Banamu. Subscribe, turn on the notification shout out. It's my first storytelling time with you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys about how I came here in the Philippines. So basically I came here to study in the Philippines. It was back in 2015, June, somewhere around June. I landed in Manila airport. When I arrived in Manila it was 10 p.m. So I was trying to make my way to Terminal 2. For Terminal 2 I'm gonna wait till 4 in the morning and then I'm gonna get on the flight and arrive here in Cebu around 6 or maybe something past 5. So I passed through immigration. I came out and I didn't know how to make my way to Terminal 2. So I asked the guards standing outside the terminal, the airport terminal. So I asked the guard, I said, please could you help me find my way to Terminal 2? So he told me, sir, follow me. So I followed him into this SUV that was parking on the other side of the terminal. I followed him there, and then when I was about to get on the SUV, they told me, you have to pay 500 pesos. So when I had 500 pesos, I thought the distance is gonna be that long, maybe 30 minutes away from the international terminal. So when I got while we were trying to reach Terminal 2, this driver was looking at my boarding pass, and he told me, sir, your flight gonna be 4 a.m. So you're gonna wait that long. Right now the terminal is closed. You're gonna wait that long. Why not I take you to a strip club or a nightclub here, maybe a bar, or maybe a Filipino cafe here. You can just go chill out there, and then maybe 3 o'clock when you want to get check-in for your flight, I can come and pick you up. When I headed, it was actually my first time away. First international flight ever. So when I headed, I was like, damn, I got paranoid because of those movies that I used to watch where people get abducted in a different country, And when I heard what the driver was telling me, I was like, damn, is this guy trying to set me up or trying to get me to a place where I'm gonna get abducted, or maybe they're gonna rob me or whatever. So I said, he was really insisting. He said, sir, I'm gonna take you, don't worry, it's really safe here in the Philippines. But I was sitting at the back seat and I was like, damn. In my mind I was nervous, I was scared. So I told him, no sir, sir, please, I don't want to go anywhere, just take me to Terminal 2. I'm just gonna wait there. When I told him that, he told me, no sir, Terminal 2 is currently closed, so you're just gonna sit outside, you're gonna sit there for like very long time for waiting for the terminal to get open. I told him, no sir, just bring me to Terminal 2. So that's what he did. He brought me to Terminal 2. I got my bags, came out of the vehicle. I went and I realized that the place was closed. It was really close. The terminal was really close. So there was these seats outside the terminal. I went and sat there. So while I was sitting, I started to feel hungry. I was looking around for a place to eat, and then I suddenly noticed that there's a Jollibee. At the time, I didn't know what Jollibee is. It was my first time in the Philippines, so I didn't know Jollibee is like a fast food restaurant here, a food chain restaurant here in the Philippines. So I went to just Jollibee outlet on Terminal 2. I went and I stood in front of the counter and I was telling her, ma'am, what food do you offer? Do you serve here? I said, sir, we have menu up there. Just look and select the menu. When I look up at the menu, I realized that there was most of those menu they go along with rice, and I was wondering why is it a lot of menu here contain rice? It's culture shock. Yeah, I actually got the takeout. Went, sat, eat. While I was eating, maybe after I was eating, 30 minutes later or maybe 20 minutes later, this lady that stood in front of me and said, sir, would you like a massage? When I heard it, I got freaked out. Like, damn, what is he trying to do? When I heard it, I got freaked out. I just looked at her and said, no, I'm okay. She left me. She went for she went away for 20 minutes or so, and then she came back again. Stood right in front of me again. She kept asking me the same question. Sir, would you like a massage? I told him, no ma'am, I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here. And then yeah, she actually left. 4 o'clock came. I got on the plane, arrived here in Cebu around something to 6. When I came out of the terminal in Cebu, I was like, damn. It was really my first, day experience in the Philippines. So when I came out, I saw people like really actually, it was really daylight. So when I came out, I was like, damn, I'm in a different country. Like, I saw like the terminal was really full with people. When I came out, I stood there. I was waiting for the license officer to pick me up. So yeah, they arrived like 5 minutes later, picked me up. And then when we were driving into the city, because the airport was on an island, Mactan Island. So while we were driving to the city, I was towards the city. I realized that there's a lot of cars on the road, like freaking lot of cars on the road. The traffic was just, during that time the traffic was not that bad, but I compared it with Papua New Guinea. Like Papua New Guinea, when you're traveling, there's like less cars on the road and the road is that wide. But here in the Philippines, there's like a lot of cars on the road, and they were really, While we were driving, I noticed those jeepneys. I saw those jeepneys, and I was wondering, what is that thing? I was so curious that I asked the license officer, "Ma'am, what are those things there?" And she told me, "Son, that's called jeepney here in the Philippines. That's actually our public transport here." While we would keep on driving towards my hotel, I noticed that there was like a lot of bikes on the road. The bike was low. There's like a lot of bikes on the road. After some days of going around here, I noticed like there's like malls and malls everywhere. Like malls everywhere. Also in the malls, there's like a lot of food courts. When I came out of the streets, while walking on the streets, there's like a lot of eateries on the side of the road. And like I was wondering, why is there a lot of food courts in the malls and also like small eateries on the side of the road? And then, after some weeks, I got adjusted to the place, and I noticed the culture here. Like a lot of people, those people living in towns and cities, they actually like just here to work or to study here here in cities. So most like the parents, the families are actually in the province, out of the city. So while they are in the city, are doing like going to work and going to school, they just rent like apartments here, not really apartments, but just small rooms here to stay and attend work, attend school. Yeah, so that was probably one of the factors that make them to eat outside and just go straight to sleep. They don't really cook in their rooms. There's a lot of boarding house here. They don't really allow people to cook inside. So that was like a life here in the Philippines. I noticed here after some weeks. And then one thing about, they have this American English. They speak American English that's really good. Like they are really good in speaking American English. So if you're a foreigner, if you're someone like who speak British English, if you're here in the Philippines, make sure you speak that R. There's like words containing R inside, like star. You have to really pronounce the R. Or car. You have to really pronounce it car. It was my first week. I went to the school, got enrolled, and on my first week in the class, when I was talking to my classmates and without those words containing R, like I was just speaking really like British English, pure British English. They were not really understanding me during especially like my first month or two here, because I was not really pronouncing those R, and also some of the terms that was different, really different. Especially like example, I went to this cafeteria inside the canteen, inside the school. I went and bought a bottle of Coke. So I drank the bottle. I didn't know that bottle you have to return it for them to recycle. I actually threw the bottle into the rubbish bin. The rubbish bin is actually British, and here in the Philippines they refer to it as trash can, which is American word for rubbish bin. After 5 minutes, I went back to the same canteen and I was trying to order a burger, and they asked me, "Sir, where did you put the bottle that you bought here?" I didn't know it. You have to return it, so I just straightforward. I told them, I put it into the rubbish bin. When I said rubbish bin, they were like, they gave me that look, and then they asked me, what is a rubbish bin? I said, rubbish bin, rubbish where you put the rubbish in. They were like, what is a rubbish bin and what is a rubbish? And I was trying to explain to them in what, like, I was trying to find words how to explain to them what it really means, you know. And I was like, those places where you put the rubbish in, you know. And then after, like, my friend is a senior student here. He stood beside me, and then he was like, not beside, but behind me. And he noticed that I was trying to explain to them where I put the thing. He just interfered between me and those guys, and then he said, no man, he actually put it in the trash can. When he said trash can, I was like, oh, okay. And then I realized it, like, damn, that was British. Like, here they speak American English. From there I realized it, like, you have to bring them back to where you bought them for them to recycle. So yeah, that was some of the things. And the other experience was I went to one of those shops at the side of the road. I was trying to buy a load in order to make some calls, and I actually put money on the table, on the counter, and I told the lady, 30, without pronouncing the R, 30. Here it's pronounced as 30. Anyway, so I put the money as a 30. The lady looked at me and said, what is that? What is that? I said, 30. So what is 30? What is 30? So 30. I was like, oh, 30. I said, yes, 30 load. And yeah, one thing I noticed about when I went into shops here, like dudes, normally the shops, because the population in the Philippines really, like, they have a lot of people here. The population is like 100 million plus, 104 million. So when you get into shops here, you realize that there's a lot of like long lines, queue for them to put the things on the counter and buy things. I used to notice, like, whenever some, like, those, they are standing on the lines, and ladies trying to enter the prices into the machine so that, you know, you calculate it up and for them to pay. You know, those lines, the people will be really standing there without even complaining. You know, one thing I noticed about Filipino people, they have so much patience, and they would be just standing on those queues there without even complaining or just shout at the lady on the counter to try to, you know, serve them as soon as possible. They won't even complain. They will just stand there, wait for the turn to be served. And that was one thing that, you know, I learned a lot from Filipinos. Some of the things that I learned here, like, they have so much patience, and those are some of the things that really changed me as a person. The other thing, one thing I admire most about the Filipinos is that they have so much respect for the elders, the elderly citizens. The other thing I noticed, like, regarding also in line with the respect for the elders, they have this particular way of blessing old people, or not really old, but the elderly people. Yeah, old people, elderly people. I notice a lot with my classmates whenever they see the professors, like elderly people, or they would just give them this blessing, like they would hold their hands like this and then put it up here. It's really nice to see, like, you know, young people give the respect. It's a way of respect. And yeah, those are some of the things that really changed me as a person, like some of the experience here in the Philippines. Those are some of the things, like, experience here in the Philippines that I learned a lot from. That's it, guys. Anyway, for some announcement, I'm not attending any summer classes this summer, so probably I'm gonna go around Cebu here, do more vlogs for you guys to watch. And starting off, I'm probably gonna go up to Temple of Leah. I'm gonna go back there. I did a vlog already about Temple of Leah, but the quality was not that good because I was using a small, you know, that was my old camera. The quality was not that good. But since I have a new camera here, I'm gonna go there anytime during the week, do vlog up there, Temple of Leah, for you guys to watch. After that, I'm gonna go probably to Karkara City, visit the historical sites. There's a memorial site there that have these memorials of prominent figures in the Philippines, as well as the church there. One of the iconic buildings there in Karkara. So I'm gonna visit that. And after that, guys, just comment down below if you're a Filipino Cebuano who used to watch my vlogs. Please comment down below which place would you recommend me to go and visit. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'll see you more and more videos coming up, so please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, peace out.